Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Decided to just do a quick live video BSing with everybody. Let me share the link on my Facebook page so if anyone wants to chime in, they can. All right, so that's out there on Facebook. Should I do it on Twitter? Maybe I'll do it on Twitter. There's two people in here so far. Captain Kirk Games, what's up, Kirk? And Keith, my buddy Keith, what's up? Why are you scared, Kirk? Why are you always scared? I'm going to share it on Twitter, I guess, as well. If any of my buddies want to pop in and say what's up, I'll probably be on for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes or so, and then I'm going to head out. The big one, they're saying the big one is happening. I'm not sure what that means, Kirk. Hey, Jovo, what's up from Germany? How's it going, man? What's the weather like in Germany right now? So, if anyone has any questions or wants to just chat with me, let me know. Hey, Jack Pack, what's up, man? Oh, earthquakes. Yeah. Well, hopefully the earthquakes don't go up near you in Canada. Anyone have any questions or want to? Oh man, greetings from New Jersey. That's a good hour and a half away, 2 hours maybe, depending on how I get there. I've been in Jersey a lot. Been to Jersey for Atlantic City. I think I went to a convention there once, or maybe I was going to and I didn't. I can't really recall, but I've been to Jersey, here and there. Hey, Devon Graham, what's up, Drew? I have not seen Godzilla yet. I'm not the biggest Godzilla fan. I do like it, but I haven't seen any really. I don't even know if I saw the one with Matthew Broderick back. When was that? 99, 2000? No, Kirk. I really haven't heard about any kind of big earthquakes coming. I mean, we don't really get earthquakes in New York. More of a West Coast thing. 98, yes, the Godzilla from 98. I remember the soundtrack was really popular. It had like Green Day and all these like sort of famous rock bands at the time. This actually looks better than when I normally film a video, and I'm not sure why. Maybe because I'm getting some decent lighting from outside. I'll check the new one out. Thanks, Drew. My wife likes stuff like that, so I'll probably, rent it or stream it or whatever. So we're at 12 people. If anyone wants to, I don't know, chat with me, ask me anything, tell me something, whatever. I'll be here for 20, 30 minutes probably. Then I got to head out. I just, what's up, Chris? It is crazy, isn't it? I just went out to the local 7-Eleven and met a woman who wanted to buy something from me. I had a couple spare Fitbits. So I met her a few minutes ago. It's hot as hell out. I cleaned the side of the house before with Simple Green and some water and sweat my ass off. I sweated my ass off. So that sucked. And that's about it, just running errands, doing house stuff. And I'll probably head out in a little while to my friend's tattoo shop, Tattoo Frenzy in Amityville. If you happen to be over there, stop by. I don't know if you live close to Amityville, but if you do, stop in and say what's up. What's up, Tim? Drew, what's the weather like down there? It's I don't know how it is out now. Let me check. It's got to be like 80 or 90. It feels horrible. See, I'll tell you right now with my weather app. Well, it says it's going to rain at 7:15, but it says it's 86 degrees out. So, like hell. Trying to think what I've been up to. Haven't played any video games. Once I beat Sekiro, I really didn't have the drive to play anything. It was just so difficult and serious, and like I liked it, but didn't really have the drive. So I haven't played any games. I do want to start Watch Dogs 2, Titanfall 2, or finish up World to the West. World to the West, I've played a bit, so I'm probably maybe half or three quarters done with that. So I'll probably try and beat that first, and I'll jump over to Titanfall 2. Um, Amityville, wasn't that a horror? You played Yakuza. I didn't play Yakuza. That's only on PlayStation. I only have the Xbox. But Amityville Horror, yeah, that's the series of movies from over here in Long Island. I'd recommend Titanfall 2 first. Yes, I heard it was really good, Chris. I do have to check that out. I watched, this is answering Drew. He's asking what I'm watching. I watched Grandmother's House last night, which was pretty good. The ending was creepy. Um, I tried to get my friends to watch Greasy Strangler, and they couldn't make it through it, even though I think it's really disturbing and funny in a wacky way. They couldn't get through it, so we got like 20 minutes in and shut it off. I watched this Full Moon, The Horror House of Dr. Moreau on Amazon Prime. It was really bad. And I watched The Last Stand with Bruce Willis and The Last Boy Scout with Bruce Willis, and those were both pretty good. Let's see here. Great campaign, Chris says, about Titanfall 2. I heard that. I heard the campaign was really fun. Horatio Van Bastian, what's up, buddy? He said, are you looking forward to the new Bill and Ted? I definitely am. I'm a huge Bill and Ted fan, so I can't wait to see what they do with this new one. I think they referenced they were going to do Bill and Ted's Kids, and that Bill and Ted were going to be older. So I guess that's kind of the only way they could do it, since they're both, what are they, late 40s, early 50s? Digging a hole at work, but listening to you in the background, brother. That's 8833. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not sure how much humor I'm going to add or entertainment to your hole digging, but you never know. Drew says, I saw Funny Games 97. That was a good one. Funny Games. I don't know if I know that one. Jack Pack says he cannot watch movies in full. I guess if you don't have the, like, if you're drained from work all day or something, and then you sit down and watch something really long or serious that you have to like pay attention to, it can sometimes be difficult. Horatio Van Bastian says Greasy Strangle has a great soundtrack. It does. It's a weird movie, but if you don't mind like sexual deviant Napoleon Dynamite, it's pretty fun. Chris, the 30-year-old boomer, says Last Man Standing has a cameo by Will Markland of Gorgeous George show saga fame. I did not know that. I would have kept an eye out for him, but it was a pretty cool movie. It's based off of Yojimbo from Akira Kurosawa, but it's, a Western. It was cool, or like a sort of Western mob movie. It was pretty cool. The Last Boy Scout, when I was a kid, I remember it was like ads for it all the time, and it was always on TV. So I wanted to check that out. So I got the Blu-ray with both of them together for $2. I'm trying to do a trade with my buddy Alex to get the really, really bad Death House with Kane Hodder and all the other horror stars. I have some DVDs. I was thinking of trading him for it, so I might do that. You watched recent Raw. Heyman had a lot of influence. Jack Pack says, okay, no, I didn't watch Raw. I actually don't have cable. So for me to watch, is that on the network? I don't think it is, right? I don't have cable, so I can watch the WWE Network stuff. My friend lets me use his account, and I watch like pay-per-views. I've been watching a lot of MLW every week on YouTube and the Fight app, and more recently BR Live, the Bleacher Report Live. I've been watching AEW. We paid for Double or Nothing, and we got for free Fighter Fest, which was pretty good. Half of it was really good, and then some of it was and we're going to watch Fight for the Fallen next week on the 13th. Let's see. Chris, the 30-year-old boomer, says there was a really cheesy 90s show or movie. I was going to ask if you saw it, but I can't remember the name. If you think about the name and you remember it, let me know. Drew says my friend is supposed to send me Death House. It was really bad. It was it should have been a knockout of the park because if you just take all these like horror icons and just make a simplistic murder movie or some kind of chase thing where like they're all chasing people in a warehouse trying to kill something just simple. They convoluted the movie. They did really bad green screen. Um, they did this like virtual reality thing. It was just a bad movie. It was just such a mess, and I don't think this is what Gunnar Hansen intended. Um, but since they're all in it, if my friend is willing me to trade me his spare Blu-ray for a couple DVDs that I'm not going to watch again, or a couple Blu-rays or whatever, I may just do that. Funny Games is good. I always thought it was strange how they remade their own film. Yeah, it sounds familiar, but I haven't seen it. Chris, the 30-year-old boomer, says, I've still not watched Maniac Cop, and I've only watched two Sleepaway Camp films. Sleepaway Camp 1 is amazing. 2 is good. 3 is good. They're cheesier. They're more like over the top, where the first one tries to be a little more serious but campy. And Maniac Cop 1, 2, and 3 I love. You got to check those out if you get a chance. And hey, Jay Marks, what's up? Should have had coffee instead of water. Get a little energy here. Have you watched any of the Death Race movies? Yes. I love Death Race 1 with Jason Statham. I owned 2 and I watched, I think, 3 and maybe even 4. They just got progressively worse. 1 was awesome. 2 and 3, they're okay. Polemic says, I like how you say you watch movies in pieces now instead of start to finish. Now that you're working more, I tried what you said, and it seemed to work well if it's a movie where you don't have to remember a lot from the prior night. Yeah, I really have to have like my wits about me to watch a serious film that's like, point A to Z. If it's sort of a goofy film or something I've seen before, I could sort of gaze in, days in and days out. So trying to think what else I've watched recently. I can tell you right now, hold on one sec. Let me pull up my app of movies I own and some of the recent stuff I purchased. I did watch The Toolbox Murders, which is a remake by Toby Hooper. It was good. Let's see what else here. I recently rewatched Disaster Artist, which is the mockumentary about The Room, which was really good. I watched Rage and Dog Eat Dog with Nicolas Cage, which I enjoyed, and Pineapple Express, which is goofy. And I rewatched Rotten Tail with Corin Nemec from Parker Lewis Can't Lose, and I enjoyed that. Polemic says I can't do 2 to 3 hours anymore at once. Me neither. 2 hours is kind of my cutoff. The movie's really long. I have to make time for it and have the right mentality. Have you watched Breaking Bad? I've seen some of it, but no, not really. I've never really watched Breaking Bad. What do you think of the recent Shenmue 3 Kickstarter drama with them going to Epic Games as an exclusive and the physical copy just being an Epic Games installer with no disc? With the disc and no game, excuse me. I'm not a PC gamer, so it doesn't affect me. It's kind of crappy that everyone was under the impression they were getting a disc or getting it on Steam, and now it's going through Epic. It is nice of Epic that they're trying to cover their fans and say like, oh well, if you don't use Epic, we'll give you back a refund. I'm hoping it still comes to Xbox as like a timed release, but since it's the end of the generation, I don't really know if they're going to even do that now. Horatio Van Basten says the original Death Race 2000 is a guilty pleasure of mine. That's the one with what, Carradine and is it Stallone? That was pretty good. I saw that a couple years back. Jack Pack says my friends want me to watch The Room. You should definitely watch The Room, and then watch or do the audiobook of The Disaster Artist. Can you guys hear me okay, by the way? It's showing it's kind of low for the volume. 8833 says, thank you for recommending Godflesh a few years ago. Great band. No problem. I love Godflesh. They're one of my favorites. They've really increased to the top of my chart over the years. And I saw them in New York City last summer with my buddy Eric, who I became friends with through YouTube. And he came out here to Jersey, stayed in Jersey, and then he visited me on Long Island, and we took the train into Manhattan and saw Godflesh. It was really good. The volume is decent. Thank you. All the room was sex for the first 20 minutes, and I went to sleep. Yeah, sex with her belly button because he's like really high up. All right, Keith, take it easy, man. Have a good day. Thanks for chiming in. Sex on the stairs looks really uncomfortable. Yeah, it does totally look uncomfortable. Don't knock belly button sex. Well, whatever floats your boat. What's up, Steven? How's it going? I got about another, 10, 15 minutes, and then I'm going to head over to my buddy's tattoo shop. Maybe Jonathan will be there from Amityville. See what else I got going on. My nose is itchy. It's kind of hot in here, too. Oh, yeah. It sucks to work on weekends. I'll see you in heaven, Chris, the 30-year-old boomer, you piece of shit. My 4-4 makes sure all your kids don't grow. What do you think of this, Jen? For me, it went really quickly. Yeah, it did sort of go quick. I mean, I had a lot of things go down in my life personally in the past 4 years, 5 years. So I hope I don't sneeze. So it was sort of a weird, quick generation of gaming for me. For a while, I stopped. So, oh yeah, you're gonna be the 40-year-old boomer too soon, you old fuck. You need to change your name. That's why I try not to put anything with my like name with a number in it or anything like that. Man, I really don't want to sneeze. I think it's the dust from the fan. What's up, Gashead Steve? Hope you're doing well. I'm trying to think if I played or watched anything else. Not really. I beat D2 on the Dreamcast a while back. I'm looking forward to Cyberpunk. That game looks great. I really want to pick up Rage 2 when it gets cheap. And what else? Code Vein, perhaps? I got to see how that turns out. Excuse me one sec. I don't want to sneeze on camera. Oh. Nope, false alarm. Trying to think what else is going on. Picking up Blu-rays a lot lately. For some reason, I guess people, are buying 4K Blu-rays or they're just streaming everything. So $1 or two for Blu-rays is like up my alley. So I've been picking up a lot of random shit just to check out. Bloodstained, I heard was really good. It's what, $30, $40 on Xbox. I may pick that up eventually. I really enjoyed Shovel Knight. I know you don't like indie games, Chris. I'm telling you, Shovel Knight is awesome. The best Castlevania type game I've ever played. Shantae is really good, but Shovel Knight's the best. Yeah, I'll probably pick up Bloodstained physically when it gets a little cheaper. See you later, 8833. D2 was good, Steven, but really weird, and very different than Enemy Zero or D1. Fernando says, do funny stories again. If you give me a minute, I'll try and think of one, but top of my head, I don't know. Yeah, Blu-rays got really cheap. Really cheap. I didn't know Shovel Knight has a cameo in Bloodstained. I'm telling you, it's great. I know the indie thing's not up your alley, but it's so fun, and the DLC, the free DLC, is great too. Yeah, everyone seems to like those GameStop stories. I mean, the stories were back from when I was, I think, between 18 and 21. I left there when I was 21, so I've been gone for 14 years. Um, so I can't really think of any more GameStop stories. But Hey, J Marks, I'm kind of new here. I found you through Sega CD games. What are your top three Sega CD games? Mine are Lunar, Eternal Blue, Shining Force, and Terminator. Um, I really love Double Switch. I really love Ground Zero Texas. And what else? I love Wirehead. I think Wirehead is so underrated. That's a really fun full motion video game. Did most of your subs come from your GameStop videos? Yeah, I really got a big increase in subs during the GameStop stuff. Everyone keeps asking for more stuff, but I don't have any more stories. Nothing else, really happened. I kind of, ran that. What is it? Ran that well dry. Cyber Shadow, the Ninja Gaiden looking game. I never heard of that one. Where do you get Blu-rays fair priced? Flea markets, garage sales, thrift stores, Facebook Marketplace, Let Go, things like that. They sold me two broken games in the past year. The last one I got from there was RE2. I didn't get RE2, but I played the demo. It was really good. I picked up that Resident Evil collection, Origins collection, which I think has a remake of 1 and 0. I haven't really played them much yet. We do need a Wirehead HD remaster. That's just such a good game. Or maybe like a Mad Dog McCree collection. Uh, what do you think of the Lost Boys remake with Tyler Posey? I can't, I've heard since I was a kid they were remaking the Lost Boys called the Lost Girls. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. I kind of hope it doesn't at this point. I love the original Lost Boys film. It's one of my favorite movies. Um, 2 and 3 were pretty cool, cheesier, but I liked them. 2 almost felt like a semi remake, but I liked both of them. Just they're not as good as 1. Try doing some videos on wacky life stories. If any come to me, I will do a video just for you, Fernando. Have you heard about Camelot and his GameStop stories? When you get time, listen to him. He's really funny. I'll check him out, Poe. Thank you. Yeah, the Mad Dog McCree collection did come out on the Wii. I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't want a Lost Boys remake either. Supreme Warrior, I have a feeling, is next because he keeps talking about working on something new. Tyler Hoggle. I think it's going to be Supreme Warrior. I have a feeling, or Sewer Shark, or both. Adam Cole, baby. Jack Pack says, I've been trying to get cheap PS3 games on eBay. I feel like when you went hunting for your Wii U. Yeah, I don't really find many Wii U games cheap anymore. I mean, GameStop has them for like $5 to $10, so they're pretty cheap. I have a coupon at GameStop that expires in December for $5 off of any game. I was trying to use it on my Solaire Super Deformed figure, but they wouldn't let me because it was on clearance. So I don't know what I'm going to use it on, but I got to find something eventually. Yeah, Ground Zero Texas would be a great remake. That game is awesome too. I like all the RPGs as well. I really liked Lunar 1. I played a little bit of Eternal Blue, Vey, um, the strategy RPG. The name is escaping me right now. Not Shining Force. The other one was okay. I'm not a big strategy RPG guy. I prefer either turn-based or some kind of live version. Fernando, do you think CM Punk is going to show up at Fight for the Fallen because it's in Chicago? Yeah, the Switch has some really great games. Cave Story looks awesome. Um, Binding of Isaac is one of my favorite indie games. There's another one with was it Barbarian DX? That looks really fun. They have a lot of great indie games that I would totally pick up if I had a Switch. Yes, Dark Wizard, that's it. I couldn't really get into Dark Wizard, but I know some people really love that game. So, yeah, I don't know if CM Punk's ever going to wrestle again, but if he's friends with these guys and maybe they, sweeten his pocket with some good money, maybe he will. I don't know. It's kind of a weird situation. Take care, Stephen. Yes, Azure Striker and Azure Striker Gunvolt looks very good actually. Has it been 2 years already? It feels almost like the Switch has been out like 6 months, maybe a year. It really is flying by. J Marks asked, "What do you think of AEW?" I really like it. I'm a big, big, big fan of Kenny Omega. I like the Young Bucks a lot. Cody Rhodes. John Moxley's pretty good. I'm trying to think who else they have that's off the top of my head. they've got some good guys. You know, the Lucha Bros are really good. Chris Benoit came back from the dead and crippled crossface his balls. Um, why don't you like the AEW fan base, Jack Pack? I feel like I don't know. I feel like they haven't found their footing yet. That Kurosawa match with DeBailey was terrible. I'm not a fan of Nyla Rose. I don't like her matches. I don't like really much about her and her presence. I'm not a fan of her. Um, that librarian thing was really bad with Allie and is it Liva Bates? Leva Bates did not like that. I want to see you deadlifting some simp weights someday. I've never really tried deadlifting. Um, I weigh about 200 pounds. I think I could probably do my weight. Can I get up there like 300? I don't know. I wouldn't really want to kill myself and like hurt my back, but if I go to a gym, I'm sure I could try it and film myself. I just don't have a gym membership like you fucking privileged simp. I think Cody is God's gift and WWE is ISIS. Yeah, I'm not a fan of WWE anymore. They really got silly. The wrestling got really bad. There was just tons of filler and talking, and I just wanted to see cool matches, which is why I like ROH and New Japan and MLW. Just give me a little bit of filler. I want the matches. You could deadlift 400 pounds at one arm. That's pretty impressive. NXT is pretty good. Yeah, I've been to a couple NXT pay-per-views at my friend's house, and I've always enjoyed them. So you power up with honeycomb before you train. Speaking of wrestling, I'm wearing my Macho Man shirt. A little loud for my taste, but it's pretty cool. I got it for free from my friend. It was brand new. Impact, I haven't watched in a while, but from what I did see, I enjoyed. I watched it years ago when it was really terrible. But, there's some names I liked, like Rhino and stuff, Dreamer. So I would kind of, tune in. But yeah, guys, I'm going to cut off here. I got to head to the tattoo shop shortly, and there's a record shop next door that has Blu-rays. So I'm probably going to stop in there and hang out too. Oh, Sega Galactico, what's up? If you were running a wrestling promotion in the Planet of the Apes verse, how would you book it? Human on a pole match. All right, guys, listen, have a good day. Thank you for chiming in. I appreciate all the questions and the hangout. And yeah, I'll have some more videos coming up soon. I normally film things when the mood strikes, and then I queue them up. So I have a bunch of videos just randomly queued up. I'll see you in heaven. Bye-bye.